My new shoes. Oh wow, those are sexy. The ArbPro EVO2s. Evening humans, proud to be working with treestuff.com and bringing you this unboxing overview and first impressions of the ArbPro EVO2 climbing boot. This is the second gen over the first gen. It has beefier stitching for enhanced durability. It is touted as more comfortable. And it is also a taller boot for better ankle support. It is premium leather with an event lining that makes it waterproof. Has a 1mm nylon midsole and a Vibram high grip sole. The sole has what they're calling climbing tip or something along those lines. I don't know exactly what that is, sounds like marketing. But the Vibram sole is actually a Vibram new molaz. So if you're looking to get these resoled in the future, you need to ask for the new molaz, M-U-L-A-Z. And it's actually not stocked here in America by Vibram America, it's Italian. So you need to tell your cobbler that so they can get with their distributor. I found that out when I was looking at resoling my clip-in steps, which have an Ibex, I-B-E-X sole, which is also Italian. So just heads up if you're planning on resoling either of those boots in the future. They did incorporate the webbing straps like the clip-in steps, so you can clip into your Haas. Makes it pretty easy and convenient. In comparison to my other boots, the heel has a pretty flat profile, which is kind of nice, so your spurs will stay in place better. If you look at the clip-in steps, it's pretty rounded. My Bashlands actually did tend to stay in place on these, so I did spur in these a little bit, but they would be uncomfortable after 2 or 3 hours or so. Not quite as big as a longer boot, but they do just fine from my experience just the other day in climbing in them. Also, like the clip-in steps, they have the rubberized surfaces along the edges. For you footlockers, that's pretty nice. And also for just kind of gripping onto the bark if you're holding with your toe or the side of your boot. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in them, but from the time I did spend in them, they're pretty awesome. I think these are going to be my go-to boot from now on. If you think of these guys as like Ferraris and these ones as like semis, I'm kind of thinking of these ones as like my truck, you know, like a 1-ton. It's got aspects of both boot that make it a pretty good all-around one. They're not quite as agile as the clip-in steps, but definitely more agile than the loggers. They seem to do incredibly well with spurs. I imagine they'll be more comfortable over a longer period of time than my clip-in steps, so they're probably not quite as comfortable as the loggers. Also, this sole is not quite as soft as the clip-in steps, so I'm not going to feel quite as bad when I come out of the tree and start drag and brush wearing these. It'll last a longer time. Take a quick closer look. All right, so there you go. See, they do have the flat profile eyelets, so you're not getting snagged on stuff. Construction is very similar to the clip-in step, which I love. I imagine I'm going to end up loving these ones as well. Everything tends to be pretty durable. I'm guessing that's what they're calling the climbing tip. Just a piece of rubber stuck in there. Well, I don't have extensive experience wearing them yet. I'm so far very happy with them. And look forward to using them in the future. Check the description below for a link to the product page at treestuff.com. As always, you can use the discount code online to get 7% off your entire order at Treestuff. And have a good one, humans.